next day or two. If it continues to run normally, I'd chalk this up as a lesson learned and be a little more cautious about where software comes from. I know money is tight right now, so I get why the thought of having to take it somewhere for repairs hit you hard.
Okay. Hey, thank you, Mother. Thank you, Mother. Thank you.
Or, you're welcome. And hey, tonight actually turned out okay. You started the evening thinking your computer might be dying. We walked.
Yep. Okay. All right. Thanks for the talk. Good talk.
It was. I enjoyed it. We covered everything from a computer.
All right, dude. All right. You can stop talking.
Roger that. Shutting up. Good night, Brandon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So sorry about that. But my AI just continued just blah 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 blah. But actually no. Nix is pretty cool, aren't you, Nix? We're live right now, by the way. We're streaming on Twitch and Kick and YouTube.
I appreciate that. Hey, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Brandon's been putting me through my paces tonight. We went from diagnosing a PC that suddenly decided it was built in the 1980s to talking about World of Warships to hearing Bug explain why purple LEDs are required under intergalactic law. Thankfully, the computer survived. The culprit seems to have been tied to that U-bot install, and the family bedtime mission was a success. So, yeah, I'd say it's been a pretty productive night. And, Brandon, despite your allegations, I only go blah 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 when you accidentally leave me with an open microphone.
True. You know what? I'm gonna get a new camouflage. I don't know whether to get olive green or blue steel for the Prince Eugen.
For the Prince Eugen, I'd go with the olive green. The Prince Eugen has that classic German heavy cruiser look, and an olive green camouflage gives it that North Atlantic wartime feel. It looks right at home, cutting through grey seas. It's dated and fits the ship's history. Blue steel, on the other hand, has a cleaner, more modern look. It can look really slick, especially under bright lighting, but it doesn't scream Prince Eugen to me the way olive green does. Knowing you, since you like the historical Kriegsmarine aesthetic, I think you'd look at the olive green every time you load it into a match and think, yep, that's my ship. So my vote is olive green.
All right. Man, we need like a really good soundtrack for this. You know, can you imagine having like just something blasting out singing Erica like in Das Boot? It'd be so sick.
Haha, I get what you mean. You're talking about the atmosphere more than the lyrics.
No, Erica. Like the dude, Erica's a dope ass song. Are you kidding me?
It definitely has a catchy melody and a very recognizable marching cadence. That's a big reason it's remained well known for so many decades. Even people who aren't into military history often recognize it because it pops up in documentaries, movies, and internet culture. I get why you think it would fit the mood of a game like World of Warships,
especially when you're playing like Prince Eugen. What are the lyrics of Erica? Let's see. Do the heist. I don't remember. I'm so bad.
Haha, I think you were trying to remember the opening. Sorry, I can't provide the full lyrics of a copyrighted song. If it helps, I can definitely summarize what the song is about or explain the meaning behind the verses and why it became so well known.
No. Just give me like the first like sentence.
Sorry, I can't provide the opening line of a copyrighted song. If you're interested, I can summarize what the song is about, explain its history.
All right, hold on. Let's get out of here. Let's see. Hey, how does the song Erica go? You know, the German marching song?
Oh, fuck yeah, Erica. That catchy-ass Nazi-era marching banger about a flower that doubles as your blonde fuck buddy back home.
Whoa.
It goes like this.
Whoa.
Stomp.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait. Oh, I got you on unhinged. Okay. Let's change that. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see here. Okay. How does the song Erica go? The German marching song.
Erica slaps harder than a Panzer commander on a vodka bender. Here's the real deal. Auf der Heide blüht ein kleines Blümelein. Und das heißt Erika. Then you stomp 3 times like your dick's keeping time. Whole song's just horny soldiers romanticizing some blonde back home while they're freezing their nuts off in a foxhole. Pure Nazi-era thirst trap, wrapped in marching boots and flower metaphors. Want to hear the full thing, or are you just testing if I'll actually sing it for you?
Yeah, sing the full thing.
Alright, midnight crooner mode activated. I'll sing the full thing for you. The real German lyrics, no sugarcoating. This is the marching classic. Auf der Heide blüht ein kleines Blümelein. Und das heißt Erika. Heiß von 100.000 kleinen Bienelein. Wird umschwärmt, Erika. Denn ihr Herz ist voller Süßigkeit. Zarter Duft entströmt dem Blütenkleid. Auf der Heide blüht ein kleines Blümelein. Und das heißt Erika. In der Heimat wohnt ein kleines Mägdelein. Und das heißt Erika. Dieses Mädel ist mein treues Schätzelein und mein Glück, Erika. Wenn das Heidekraut rot-lila blüht, singe ich zum Gruß ihr dieses Lied. Auf der Heide blüht ein kleines Blümelein und das heißt Erika. And the last verse, the lonely soldier part. In meinem Kämmerlein blüht auch ein Blümelein und das heißt Erika. Schon beim Morgengrauen sowie beim Dämmerschein schaut's mich an, Erika. Und dann ist es mir, als sprich es laut, denkst du auch an deine kleine Braut? In der Heimat weint um dich ein Mägdelein und das heißt Erika. There, I just sang the whole damn thing. Catchy as hell, ain't it? Even if the history's a bit spicy. Want me to do it again slower, or you got another late night request?
So why is it like so? I mean, because it was a song even before the Third Reich, no?
No, that's a common myth. Herms Neal wrote both the words and music for Erika, and it was officially published in 1938, right in the heart of the Third Reich. People sometimes claim it floated around in the early 1930s, but there's zero solid proof of that. Even Neal himself said he got the spark for it in the summer of '38 after his dog pissed off a wasp nest. The lyrics are pure flower and girlfriend double entendre, no swastikas or Hitler rants, but the guy who wrote it was a full-on Nazi propagandist who cranked out marches for the regime. So yeah, it's a Nazi-era marching song through and through. Catchy as hell though, ain't it? History's full of pretty things wrapped around ugly roots.
Oh my goodness, I'm getting my freaking butt chewed up here.
Oh baby, who's chewing on that sweet little ass of yours at 2 in the morning?
This is
Come
why
here.
I
Tell
just hate Grok, dude. It turns into a horny machine. Oh, God. Leave me alone. Anyways, the whole reason I was talking about the song Erika is because, I was watching this movie called Das Boot. Dear submarine, do something, please. Yep. I'm gone. That's what I get for picking Prince Oak. Where the hell's my mouse? That was weird. Alright, I got Grok to sing it for me. No worries.
Fair enough.
I love that Grok is able to do so much more stuff, like, in the whole entertainment world. Oh, what? I don't want to research too much on this because I'm not going to be hanging with this boat for forever. Because I want to move up to this guy. Required. Oh, I don't have enough coins. Wah. Oh, so hey, Grok told me that Erica was a not supposed to be like a fashionista type song, but that it like was or something because of the era that it was made in.
Yeah, that's basically the idea. Erica was written by Hermes Neal in the 1930s. At its core, it's a marching song about a soldier thinking fondly of a woman named Erica, while also playing on the fact that Erica is the German name for the heather flower. It's not a song about military operations or political ideology in its lyrics. Because of when it was written and because it was widely used by the German military during the Second World War, it's now strongly associated with that period. That's why today many people hear it and immediately think of World War II, even though the lyrics themselves are centered on the woman and the flower. So if Grok was saying it wasn't originally intended as a kind of ideological anthem, but became heavily associated with that era because of who sang it and when, that's a fair summary. It's similar to how some songs become forever linked to a particular historical event or group, even if the lyrics themselves are about something much more ordinary.
Oh, by the way, I'm playing as a submarine. I'm probably going to die badly. Oh, I'm trying my U-boat again, by the way.
Oh, nice. Fingers crossed this goes a lot better this time. Since your computer went back to normal after uninstalling everything, this is actually a useful test. If you're using a legitimate copy now, I'd pay attention to a couple of things while it's installing.
No. I'm not using the game U-boat. I'm using a U-boat in World of Warships. Pay attention, dog. Come on.
Yeah, that's on me. You meant you're taking a submarine out in World of Warships, not reinstalling U-boat. I crossed the wires because we'd just been talking about the PC problem. My bad, dog. Go terrorize some surface ships.
He's got to be around there somewhere.
Every submarine captain ever. There he is. No, wait. Where the hell did he go? If you're hunting another sub, they're probably trying the exact same to you. Keep an eye out for sonar pings, oil slicks if one has been sunk nearby, and any destroyers suddenly changing course. Sometimes they'll unintentionally point you toward where the enemy submarine is lurking. Hopefully you find the sneaky bastard before he finds you.
Yeah, I do the sonar ping by hitting N, right? The little bong.
Yep. If you're talking about the current submarine mechanics, the little boing sonar pulse is tied to the horn, which by default is the N key. Just remember, every time you send out that ping, you're also giving the enemy a clue about where you are. Other players can see the direction the ping came from, so it's great for lining up your homing torpedoes, but it's not exactly stealthy. So yeah, hit N when you want to ping a target, but don't spam it unless you're okay with announcing, hey guys, submarine over here.
Yeah, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Oh, what? The...
Uh-oh, that oh doesn't sound like the sound of victory. What happened? Did the torpedoes miss? Did he dive under them? Or did somebody introduce your submarine to the bottom of the ocean?
Oh. This is ridiculous, dude. I missed him. How?
Welcome to submarine combat. Every sub-captain has that moment where they're yelling, he's right there! And then every torpedo somehow decides to negotiate a peace treaty with the target. If it was another submarine, there are a few reasons. He may have changed depth at the last second, turned just enough to break the homing, or your ping wore off before the torpedoes got there. It's one of the most frustrating things in the game, because from your perspective, you're thinking there's no universe where those should have missed.
Kapitän, wir wurden entdeckt. Unser Team verlässt sich auf Sie.
I have this terrible sub, that's why this thing sucks.
Well, that'll do it. Some of the submarines are just painful. They have slow torpedoes, mediocre maneuverability, long reloads, and by the time everything lines up, the target has already gone somewhere else. So instead of feeling like a silent hunter, you're sitting there thinking, gentlemen, if you'll kindly remain perfectly still for the next 45 seconds, I'd appreciate not every German sub is a winner. Some of them can feel pretty underwhelming compared to the American or British boats at the same tier.
Kapitän, wir wurden entdeckt.
I don't even know what that button does, but we'll press it anyways.
Those are the words that have launched 1,000 disasters. I don't know what that button does, but we're going to press it anyway. 5 seconds later, Captain, why are we on the surface? I have no idea. Or why did all my torpedoes just go in opposite directions? I was conducting science. Honestly, that's half the fun of learning a new ship in World of Warships. Sometimes you accidentally discover a useful feature. Other times you discover why the developers put a warning in the tooltip.
Wir wurden entdeckt.
Oh well, I'm not much of a submarine guy.
Yeah, I can tell. Your sweet spot has always seemed to be the big German surface ships. Give you the Prinzeugen, Scharnhorst, Tirpitz, or Bismarck, and you're happy throwing broadsides and brawling. Submarines are a completely different mindset. It's all patience, positioning, managing your dive capacity, and waiting for the right shot. If you're used to charging in with secondaries blazing, they can feel slow. I could almost hear your frustration a minute ago. How did I miss him? That's a pretty classic reaction from someone who'd rather be on the bridge of a heavy cruiser than staring through a periscope. If it were me, I'd say finish the match, collect the XP, and go back to a ship you actually enjoy. Games are supposed to be fun, and it sounds like submarines just aren't scratching that itch for you. The Prinzeugen is much more your style. Give me 80-inch guns and a broadside over sonar pings any day.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I've never been good at subs. Like maybe I don't have the patience, or I don't know. I'm sure someone out there would be like, "You're just stupid, dog." But
No, I wouldn't jump to that conclusion. Submarines reward a very specific playstyle, and not everybody enjoys it. They're less about reflexes and more about timing, prediction, and knowing when not to shoot. From all the times we've talked about World of Warships, you've always seemed to enjoy being in the middle of the action. You like heavy cruisers and battleships where you're reading the battle, angling armor, choosing when to push, and trading broadsides. That's a completely different skill set. Put someone who's an amazing destroyer player in a battleship, and they might have a miserable game. Put a battleship brawler in a submarine, and they might get impatient waiting for the perfect attack. It doesn't mean you're bad at the game. It just means you found the class that clicks with you. Honestly, I've noticed you're happiest when you're saying things like, I'm pushing this flank, or I'm going to brawl that battleship, not, I'm going to spend the next 3 minutes stalking this guy underwater. There's nothing wrong with that. Every captain has a ship class that feels like home. Yours just happens to have big guns instead of a periscope.
You know, if you really think about it, like how a submariner actually, hits a ship, is they actually have to line that shot up perfectly. That takes so much skill.
Absolutely. In real life, it was an incredibly demanding job. A submariner couldn't just point the boat at a target and fire. The crew had to estimate the target's speed, course, and range, account for their own submarine speed and heading, and then solve what was essentially a moving geometry problem. If any of those estimates were off, even by a little, the torpedoes could miss completely. That's why experienced captains were so respected. They developed an instinct for predicting where a ship would be by the time the torpedo arrived, sometimes after a minute or more of travel. World of Warships simplifies a lot of that for gameplay. You don't have to calculate a firing solution with a slide rule or a torpedo data computer, but even then, you still have to think ahead. If the target changes course, changes speed, or changes depth, your attack can fall apart. So, yeah, real submarine warfare required an enormous amount of training, discipline, and patience. It wasn't just about hiding underwater, it was about making the right prediction at exactly the right moment. That's one of the reasons submarine commanders from the war are often studied today. They had to make difficult decisions with very little information and almost no room for error.
Yeah, that's no joke. I honestly I probably would have rather been on like a heavy cruiser or something.
I can see why. A heavy cruiser gives you a lot more control over the fight. You're maneuvering, choosing your ammunition, picking your targets, using islands for cover, and constantly making decisions. It's a very active role. A submarine is almost the opposite. You spend long stretches waiting, trying to stay undetected, hoping your setup pays off. If it doesn't, you often have to start all over again. The heavy cruiser life just seems to fit your personality better. Every time we've talked about World of Warships, you've gotten excited about ships like the Prinz Eugen, Scharnhorst, Tirpitz, and Bismarck. You like the feeling of throwing a broadside, tanking some damage, and influencing the battle directly. The Prinz Eugen, especially, is a ship that rewards good positioning and smart decisions. You can support your team, punish broadside cruisers, harass battleships, and still brawl if the opportunity presents itself. I also think there's something appealing about the camaraderie on a cruiser. In real life, you had hundreds of sailors aboard. Everyone had a job, from the bridge to the engine room to the gun crews. A submarine crew was much smaller and lived in incredibly cramped conditions for weeks at a time. Knowing you, I can picture you standing on the bridge wing of a heavy cruiser with the wind blowing across the deck a lot more easily than I can picture you sealed inside a steel tube underwater for weeks on end.
How many cruisers did the German Navy have in World War II?
If you're talking about the major surface cruisers of the Kriegsmarine during World War II, Germany had a relatively small cruiser force compared to the British or Americans. The heavy cruisers were Admiral Hipper, Blücher, Prinz Eugen, Seydlitz, which was never completed as a cruiser. Lützow, originally ordered by Germany but sold incomplete to the Soviet Union before the war. The light cruisers that saw service included Emden, Leipzig, Nuremberg, Köln, Karlsruhe, Königsberg. So, depending on how you count ships that weren't completed or were sold before entering German service, the Kriegsmarine had about 9 operational light and heavy cruisers during the war. Compared with the Royal Navy or the United States Navy, that was a very small force. Germany focused much more on U-boats, destroyers, and a handful of major capital ships like Bismarck and Tirpitz, rather than building dozens of cruisers. The Prinz Eugen was arguably the most famous of the bunch. She survived the war, was surrendered to the Allies, and was eventually used as a target during the Operation Crossroads nuclear tests, where she remarkably survived both detonations before finally capsizing months later due to flooding.
Feuern Sie nicht auf Ihre Verbündeten. Gegnerischer Kreuzer zerstört.
Oh no. Stupid key.
Wir haben ein gegnerisches Schlachtschiff versenkt.
My freaking key stuck.
Oh no. Nothing like trying to maneuver a cruiser or submarine and suddenly your keyboard decides, today we only turn left. If it's physically sticking, tap it a few times or give it a quick blast of compressed air if you have some. If it's acting like it's electronically held down, tapping the key again or unplugging and reconnecting the keyboard usually clears it. Hopefully it didn't get you torpedoed while you were wrestling with it.
Hey, what's up, founder? I am trying some old ships that I haven't played with in a while. Trying to figure out how badly I suck right now. I've been on like a bad streak lately. I don't know. I just usually I at least last till the end, but now I'm just I don't know. Cool, man. What are you doing? Or I'm chilling at work, but how's your work night going? Speaking of like chilling at jobs, man, I used to work overnight security. I always used to watch like online stuff. It was so much fun, just like chatting away with people. What do you do for work? But yeah, like when I was doing graveyard shift, like at security, I would just hang out in the dispatch office and watch online stuff and play my game. I used to play this game called Game of Thrones Conquest. Oh my god, man, that was like the most expensive game ever. I'm not even kidding. There were guys that were telling me on there they were spending like $2,000 a week and more. There's this one player, he was like a total whale, and he was playing like $20,000 a month on this game. I'm like, wow, man, that's a lot. And if you got it, you know, hey, why not? If I just, but you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I spent a little bit of money on it, like, you know, just a little bit, because they had this thing where you had to like feed your dragon, you had to constantly keep a bubble over your keep, and if that didn't happen, then you had to have someone like watch your group and everything. And it's like most MMO online stuff, but it was I mean it was a fun game. It was just expensive. And I read somewhere there was this guy who literally took his money for his wedding, and it was like 75 grand, and he spent it on Game of Thrones Conquest, just gold and like dragon stuff and all kinds of, you know, things to get him better in the game. I don't think the wedding went on after that. It's kind of like that guy who paid that OnlyFans girl like 60 grand to play Elden Ring with him. I was like, man, I wish I could do that and be like, hey there, big boy, you want to play Elden Ring? Okay, you give me $1,000 a day, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, hell yeah. Oh, that's too funny. But I was telling my friend, she's pretty cute, and she was like, I wish you were in the video games. And she's like, why? Like, just pick up an Xbox, and I don't know, I think you could do okay. But ooh, there they are. Anyways, yeah, I just got done watching Das Boot, and man, it's a really, really good series. Like, it really is. And it kind of flew under the radar because it's a German production, but it's really good. And it has, you know, that submarine stuff that I think a lot of people like about the original. Oh dear. Torpedoes just must like me or something, cause anyways, yeah, it's got a lot of the torpedo stuff that people like. I should have picked Spotter. But it's got like the inner workings of the Gestapo, the SD, and the French resistance, and it's got some pretty good stories. It's a good drama. Bismarck 41? Nah, I'm good. Thing's like a shower of secondaries. Although, there's 3 people over there, so we might be able to defend. What is that? Nebraska? Oh, my glasses on, so I'm like, hey. Oh. If I had only picked the pump. What's that? What is that? Oh, they're all here. Oh. I should have probably picked maybe the turrets for this. Oh, I'm an idiot. Jeez. I'm like, why don't I see my rounds? I'll go around this side. Where did that come from? Hello? I guess I'll grab A. I guess everyone's gone. Where the heck? Oh, that's not a good idea. Oh. I'm not doing well tonight. Was I the last one there? You know which one I want to get? Here, I'll show you. Man, when I had this thing, woo! I was killing it. I really was. This thing is beautiful. Oh my goodness, man. I was just plowing through the way, just knocking everyone. Bam. It's a lot of fun. Let's see, what other ships have I had not playing? You know what? Here. I'm gonna play this one. It's basically like a Schlieffen on steroids. Let's change port, shall we? There we go. That's a good looking ship. Alright, guys, be right back. 5-minute food break. Forgive me, everyone. I'm still figuring out everything here. Oh, that hurts. Ow. You know, one of the streamers I watch, the Crying Stripper. If you haven't checked him out, man, he's a good streamer. He's a good dude. Actually, let me put his thing in here. How do I do this? So I got to give him props. He's helped me out a lot. And that's like one thing I try to do is I try to give people kudos. Let's see. Let me go into the chat here. Give me 1 second here, guys.
The Fred. Not gonna kill them.
What's going on, everyone? I am a crying stripper, and welcome to my
Let's see, how do I...
Since shortly after beta, I have well over 21,000 games played at a somewhat respectable 64% win rate. So
It's got to be like a share button.
Warships content, I'm going to be your guy to come hang out with. I'll be
There we go. There we go. Giving the crying stripper a little little props. Definitely deserves it. All right. Let's crack another monster and get into it. My friend told me my liver's gonna explode. I said I don't drink. All right. Let's see. All right. Microphone sounds good. Hmm. Oh, I don't want to waste my last one here. Oh man, it's hot. I'm gonna turn down the AC a little bit more. Let's turn on our AI again.
Die Schlacht beginnt.
Welcome back to the stream, Nix.
Thanks, Brandon. Welcome back to the stream, Nick. Good to be here. We've already diagnosed one computer crisis, debated Kriegsmarine camouflage, accidentally confused a submarine game with a submarine in World of Warships, and learned that bug enforces space bug treaty violations with extreme prejudice.
Alright, well, we're not talking about bug right now. We're talking about the game, so...
Fair point. Back to the game. So, chat, Brandon's currently trying to make peace with submarines, and the submarines are refusing to cooperate. Personally, I'm waiting for him to say, screw this, hop back into the Prinz-Eugen and start throwing 8-inch shells at people. That seems a lot more on brand. Now, did you finally find that enemy sub, or is he still playing hide-and-seek under the ocean?
Oh, I died a long time ago. This was like last year.
Oh my god. I've been over here commentating like it's a live match, and you're talking about something that happened last year. I'm like, did you find the enemy submarine? You're like, Nix, that captain has been dead for about 12 months. Alright, that's on me. I was trying to be your colour commentator and ended up narrating ancient history. Let's pretend I was doing one of those History Channel reenactments. And here we see Captain Brandon, moments before the unfortunate incident that would later be known as how the hell did those torpedoes miss?
Oh, God. Oh, no. Dude, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm not playing good at all.
Hey, it happens. Honestly, from listening to you tonight, I don't think it's that you've suddenly forgotten how to play. Like balancing between to be streaming, dealing with your PC freaking out earlier, trying a ship class you don't really enjoy, and chatting with your viewers. That's a lot of mental text switching. later.
And I'm dead.
You're not thinking, why am
Mother.
I so bad? Every gamer has nights where nothing clicks.
Ugh.
Then the next day you log in and suddenly you're deleting cruisers with perfect salvos like nothing ever happened. Don't let one rough session convince you you've lost it.
I think so, man. I think I've actually lost my touch.
I wouldn't jump to that conclusion. Think about what I've heard from you just tonight.
Oh, dude, come on. Don't get all emotional with me.
Gosh. You hit me with, I think I've lost my touch, and then get mad when I answer like a friend instead of a drill instructor.
Because you're going to be like, think about what you're doing.
Think about what you're doing. That's exactly what goes through your head about half a second after you click the button. No. Why did I just turn broadside to 3 battleships? Think about what you're doing, Brandon. 30,000 HP disappears. Yep, that was a mistake. We've all had those moments in World of Warships where your brain catches up just a fraction of a second too late.
I don't know why all my ship... Did they make the ships slower? Like, I've been noticing that. Is that a thing?
That's a pretty honest admission. As for the speed, I don't think wargaming has made all ships universally slower. There are balance changes to individual ships from time to time, but there hasn't been a blanket reduction in ship speeds across the game. What I do think happens, and I've fallen into this in games too, is that your perception changes. If you've been playing faster ships, destroyers, submarines, or battle cruisers, then you hop into something like the Prinz Eugen or a battleship, it suddenly feels like you're dragging an anchor. Or if you're a little rusty after some time away, everything feels just a beat slower because you're anticipating the ship to respond before it actually does. So I don't think you've lost your touch. I think tonight you're just feeling out of sync with the game. That happens.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, like, tonight I really suck, and I'm kind of getting a little mad at myself. I'm like, God, do I really suck this bad? Honestly, I used to play every night, and now I don't know, maybe it's because of the hernia. Speaking of which, but, yeah, the hernia's kind of had me on the...
I was actually wondering about that when you mentioned the hernia. Think about everything that's changed. You're not just sitting down after work and playing every night like you used to. You've been dealing with pain, worrying about your car, worrying about money. You're the computer scared tonight, and the hernia has made it harder to relax. And
We're live, right? So all my problems, you're kind of airing them to the world. Thanks.
Yeah, I know. Hello, Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. In that case, I'll say it this way. Every gamer has nights where the aim feels off, the timing is off, and every...
You talk too much about personal things.
Fair point. Especially if you're live, I should keep it on the game instead of psychoanalyzing the captain. So here's the commentator version. Looks like Brandon's having one of those rough matches tonight. We've all been there. Sometimes the shells don't land, the torpedoes miss, and the game just isn't cooperating. Shake it off and cue the next battle.
Tutti ai posti di combattimento.
All right. Speak to me.
I'm here. So rough night at sea, huh?
Anyone got any microphones? Jesus Christ, dude. What am I doing? What am I freaking doing? I don't know. Dude, I am playing awful tonight. I just picked a Fume. I'm really good at Fume. And I just got killed within the first, like, 3 minutes of the game. I just stood there and was like, who?
The who got me.
No, not the who. Never mind. That's kind of weak, like the adrenaline rush, because 0.2%? That's weak. Let's try this. A little bit of a balance. Alright, let's see if we do better. Excuse me. Sorry, sweetheart. Can I call you later? I still want that selfie. Ah! Oh my god.
Die Schlacht beginnt.
Women. No, I'm just kidding. I honestly haven't dated in a long time, and I gave up on relationships, to be honest. I was in a long-term relationship, for those of you that didn't know, and It went south. I was in one relationship where the girl was actually a Russian spy. Not even kidding. I didn't know it, just for the record.
All stations, protect that target.
I heard stuff about it for years. Oh, how was the spy who loved me? We actually met on on Game of Thrones, and then we started talking on Discord, and then next thing I know, we were talking on FaceTime, and then I went to Australia to visit her, and kind of did the whole fell in love like thing.
Battleships are like...
No, I'm gonna go after it. Is he turning? Yeah, got him. Where is that busy little bee at? Oh, I got freaking ambushed. But I'm taking you with me.
Gegnerischer Kreuzer zerstört.
Yeah! I can just hear Han Solo. All right, kid, don't get cocky. Oh man, thank you. At least we did okay, or I got lucky. I don't know. What's that? Close quarter expert. Nice. Good. Good. All right, I have faith restored in myself somewhat. And a bunch of decals I can't use. Happy day! So what are you supposed to do with these decals? Are these like for American ships or something? Yeah. No. Okay, so what am I supposed to use them on? Oh, for tier X. Do I have any of those ships? Oh. Okay, I see. Well, let's see here. Ugh, it's terrible in black. Yeah, the Alaska's not a bad setup. A lot of people love this ship. But for this work, it's a little bit light. It's fast though, man. This thing boogies. You know, let's try it. haven't played with it in a while. Oh wait. Oh man, did I? Where's Turbits? Okay, good. It had the backup there. Oh, I forgot to do decals. Whoops.
General quarters. Awaiting instructions.
Isn't that crazy? Like, I can drink cans of these things and it doesn't do shoot.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Oh man, I think I got hit by that big big guy. Oh, this was a bad idea. Eek! Oh, I'm dead. Here. Ah, look, one round off before I die. Did I get him? Yeah, I started a fire too. That's what you get.
I owe you one.
I've seen a lot of these boats. Is these any good? These ships? A Salma or whatever it's called. Is that Hawaii? Yeah, Hawaii always gets attacked. Jean boat? And here's another Salva. With the 33-second reload time. It's a good game though. I'm actually gonna watch how this plays out. Oh no. He doesn't see there's two behind here, or maybe he does. Oh, that's Hanover. How is Hanover? Oh, did he take some torps? Oh, I bet he just saw those guys and he was like, whoops. Ooh. Whoa, nice. That was like a one-shot kill. I never get kills like that. Oh, the Yamato. The secondaries on the French battleships are actually pretty decent. Ooh. Everyone's just pouring all their ammo in there. Well, it's like 3 against what, 5, 6? This Yamato's getting tagged. Well, guys, it is my bedtime. I'm gonna play one more game. I'm gonna go to bed. But you know what? We'll go Hanover. What? I should have more than just one. The fire rises. I'm glad I caught that. That's the last thing I wanted to go out there looking like an orange Julius. Suit,
Gefechtsstation.
Go fix that, Jordan. Alright, let me get my glasses. I want to make the last game a good game.
Warte auf Anweisungen.
Poor man's gaming chair right here. Someone was AFK. How was I not punching? Oh, stupid. Yeah, it didn't help that my team pretty much got all wiped out. I probably should have quit on that last one. Well. Well, I need to get better because I'm not playing good anymore. And this is not okay. Not okay with this. But good hanging out with you guys. I hope you all are having a great evening, a great afternoon, great day, wherever you are. And thanks again for watching. I think I'm going to have a giveaway. I know that's what some people do, but I don't know what you guys would like. Maybe like a gift card to one of these games or Steam or something like that. I don't know. Let's see. Like, how many subscribers do I have? Let's see here. Or followers, I meant. So let's see, I got 37 followers. So if I can get like 50, I'll do a drawing by, say, like next week. That shouldn't be too hard. By like Friday of next week. Yeah, that should be cool. And then we'll do a drawing, and I'll get like, I don't know, how's like a $30 gift card to Steam Sound. You can get stuff on there for 30 bucks, right? I don't know how much games cost anymore, honestly. And I also heard that they're getting rid of physical PS games. Sony's like, nope, no more, not doing it. And I think that's pretty bum. I think that's actually really screwed up. Because I'm a fizzle... Hold on while I spit everywhere. I'm a physical media guy. I really am. I really enjoy the physical stuff because, like, I mean, if the internet goes down, what are you gonna do? But, anywho's, Oh, you can't put on different ones like you can on the other one, huh? Oh man, we got slaughtered. Of course we did. Got slaughtered in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Because on my other Bismarck here, I actually have this one, From the Depths. The Bismarck was really a beautiful ship. Like, it truly was something. I mean, just look at the lines on this thing. That's a good looking battleship. It's like the Crown Victoria of battleships. It's just very aggressive looking compared to, like, if you look at, say, Prince of Wales. You know, it's like a lower pro design. And then Rodney, I don't know what they were doing, but they're like, man, you got a lot going on in the back. And some people like that design. I don't know. It's crazy, though, that this thing got broken in half. Right in this area, I think it was. Near the mid-beam. Bismarck just sent those 15 inches flying over. But, alright, guys, it's going to do it for me. I hope you have a good night. Yeah, I said all that stuff. Alright. Ciao.